Hi everyone, we're back. Welcome to Secure The Gag Season 2. If you're new here, hello, hi, welcome. I'm Nathan Pearson, a comedian, writer, and model based in Brooklyn, New York, who's made it a mission to chat with every queer comic and learn about how they forged a path to success in comedy, to inspire others, and to demystify the process. And in the year of our Lord, 2022, there was no other queer murdering the comedy game like Meg Stalter, who is our premiere guest and cover star of WUSSY Mag, which you should purchase now on wussymag.com. For a beautiful chat with the beautiful Meg Stalter. Keep listening. Hi everyone, and welcome to Secure The Gag. This week, I'm beyond thrilled to welcome to the pod comedian, writer, actor, WUSSY Mag cover star, and queer icon, Meg Stalter. Hi, Meg.
Hi. Look how red my face is because I couldn't find headphones, which the viewers didn't know until now. But now I'm really red. But thanks for calling me those nice things.
You are. They're all true. I wouldn't lie to you.
Thank you. You're my emergency contact.
I am. And you had a great weekend this past weekend because you were in San Fran performing at the theater called the something funny. It's like not booby. It's
Should I let you guess?
It's booby.
It's something sexy. It is. You're right. You're on the right track.
It's like booby. Oh fuck. It's booby. It's not. Wait. What is it? What is it?
It's not, but it's so close. It's Bimbos.
Bimbos. Okay.
So,
which is so hot
in a sexy, hot way.
It's definitely. I mean, it's San Francisco. San Francisco is sexy and hot. And
really
you were performing there with your friend and former guest of the podcast of my podcast, Victor Caruso, who is a treat.
Oh my god!
And I know you guys are besties.
Love story. Yeah, we met online during
it's so
the
fun.
Pandemic, not to mention it, but
Mm-hmm.
it was so funny. He was amazing, and it was like
so
his
sweet.
first time performing on stage like that. I think
That's
he's
so
done
great.
a lot of karaoke and poetry readings.
and and after you do those two things, you're ready to open for someone. Yeah. My favorite thing that came out of that was you posted this video of someone just shouting in the audience, like, "This show sucks," which I assume you asked someone to shout that. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
My manager just texted me a minute ago asking if it was real. She was like, "Oh, that made my heart stop. Did you make them do that?" I was like, "Yes."
No, it's the funniest thing because then you reply, "Fuck you, fucker," which is so good. It was so funny.
Crazy to make someone heckle you and then to lash out like that at them.
Yeah, but the Bimbo Crowd was good to you.
They were so amazing to me. They were so great to me. Like, and I think the people that come out or the people that support me are the funniest, sweetest people on earth. And they will just like you've seen in that video, totally go along with the bit, whatever to make mommy happy.
Good. Well, not to bring up a sour memory for you, but a good memory for me. We've actually met before because.
What sour memory?
You hosted. No. You hosted the Synopsis Rising Star Awards, which was like this advertising.
Oh my God. I literally forgot that I did that. Oh, that was a race for my brain because it was so fun.
I was one of those the sad girls who like won an award there because I work in marketing in my day job, and you were hilarious. And I think that this was a time
I was traumatizing. I think I traumatized people.
You did at one point say that you want to like go to dinner with Vince Vaughn because you want to suck his dick, and like.
Did I really?
In front of this whole like audience of like these like marketing people who were like very, very vanilla. And no, you were so funny. You were incredibly funny. And
I had the best time, but I know I traumatized people, and that's why I probably repressed the memory.
The funniest thing is that like you were doing all these bits, and then like at one point like the person in charge like fingered you over to like come talk to you. It looked like fingered you on stage, and like. And then you it looked like she was reprimanding you to be like, you need to not talk about sucking dick in front of all these people. Is that what happened? Do you remember?
I remember thinking I was about to get in trouble, but I think she said something about like the way I was pronouncing the names or something. Like,
Oh
or
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you were
explaining
you were
about
also you were also having fun because like obviously yeah, my name's Nathan Pearson and you were going like Nathan Pearsono
I
and
literally,
and
I have tears in my eyes.
this is like the 5 minutes of fame for like all 5 seconds of fame for all these people like getting their like marketing award and you're just like having a fun time. But like we needed a fun host.
I
We
do
needed a fun
remember her saying like, and just to remember, like, this is a really big deal that they're getting this, and like it is like a special occasion. But why was I hosting it? I'm gracious for the opportunity. I loved it. I had so much fun, but I was being really naughty, really, really naughty. And there wasn't many other weird things that was going on during that.
It was so great though. I was so
Thank
happy that
you.
you were there.
Thank you.
I was the one fag in the audience just like clapping very hard.
You literally supported me. You were my only confidant.
And that's why I'm in your emergency contact to this day.
Absolutely. I literally forgot about that. It was like one of the most fun things though. Like that's my favorite kind of event. One where I probably shouldn't be allowed there. And we had little chicken and little salads.
Very that. Meg, I'm so happy to have you here. You've created a new genre of comedy, and I would love to dive into some of your infamous bits and shorts, jokes, projects, and get the full picture of how they came to be, how you secured the gag. Does that sound okay?
Oh, absolutely. You just made me whisper, whoa, when you said I
Whoa, whoa,
invented
whoa.
a new brand. I was like, oh, that took me back.
We'll talk
I
about
would
it.
never say that I did that, but for you saying that I did that, that's like really took me back just now.
In a good way, I hope.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
like
yeah.
a flashback to someone else saying that
like,
who like was some like murderer something.
No, in a really beautiful way. And by the way, you just saying murderer just now reminded me I got a really mean, evil handwritten note sent to my home.
No.
And right before this, I was Googling a background check on the person because but I didn't get, so if they're listening, I didn't go through paying for the background check yet. But he found my address.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Oh, I bet it feels like this guy. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, maybe we don't post this part. I don't want to know I have the letter. Okay, yeah, let's talk about what you asked about, not this guy.
Meg, I want to talk about hacks. You play Kayla, who's the agent assistant of Paul W. Downs' character. Your character's dad owns half the company. One of my favorite lines that you say is you have to leave work early because you have an adult ballet recital. It's incredible. And what's even more incredible is that the role was crafted for you. Paul described previously that it was yours to lose and that you're like undeniable. What's it like to have someone say that to you during the audition process, or like, going in knowing that like, or did you know going in that it was yours to lose? Did they like kind of hint at that to you?
Well, I like basically what happened was when I was reading it, I was like, oh my God, I really want this part. The script's so funny. I'm such a fan of Paul Nucci and Jen, like from Broad City. Like Paul's character is just the funniest part of the show. Like that show's incredible, and Paul is just so funny in it. It's like one
and
of my
hot and hot.
Oh, and he's so handsome. And so for him to say any sort of compliment to me is just always takes me back in a great way, because I just think he's the funniest person. So when I read it, I guess basically one of the writers sent me a screenshot, and my name was in the script, like Megan Stalter think this kind of character for Kayla. And so I actually felt really scared because it was pre, it was like after the first audition, like, oh, think Megan Stalter as Kayla, like when you're reading it. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so scared to lose this, because it's like if it was written with me in mind, or like if they didn't have me in mind in the beginning and started adding things about, if I lost it, that would be devastating to me. And that does happen sometimes. You have someone in mind for a part, and then you cast the rest and it just doesn't go. But me and Paul met at a stand-up show and just really fell in love. Like I was like already a fan, and we just clicked so much during this show. And then I was like, yeah, I think that might have even been before the audition, but I just was such a fan of him, and then so happy and lucky to get to even audition. But I was really scared to lose it because I was like, this is something I really want. And then if they had me in mind, it'll feel really bad if they're like, she does Megan better than Megan.
Oh my God,
You know
no.
what
Well,
I mean? Like,
thank God that's not the case. And like,
thank God. I don't
a,
know what I would do.
a season later, like multiple Emmys for the show later, like it's so great to see you on this main stage, and everyone collectively has said that you're the breakout star of that. Like it's kind of like this thing,
Who's
like
saying
Meg
that?
Stalter, W Magazine, Oprah Magazine, GQ Magazine, Farm and Ranch Living. Everyone is
Farm and
saying
Ranch Living said it. Okay, that makes me feel good.
no, but what does it feel like to you're thinking about this, like the audition process, like am I gonna get this role that's written for me, and now you're on the other side and people are saying you're a breakout star. Like what does that feel like?
It's so weird because what it feels like is when I was watching Hacks, it feels like when you're in something like that and the dream has always been to be in TV or like write shows and be in them. And then not that I didn't write this show, but like to see yourself in a TV show after doing so many online videos in your house, like for a couple of years, and then like to perform for years and never be on TV. And then to see yourself on TV, it feels like you've edited yourself into a show. Like watching Hacks, I'm like, oh, this is the best show. And then I pop in and I'm like, oh, I've edited myself into the show. Not because I don't think it goes, but because your mind is, I can't wrap my mind around it. And then it just, yeah, again, I don't know if it feels really, like my dreams are coming true. And yet like also feels like you edited yourself into the show just because you're not used to seeing it. Does that make sense? Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
no,
Like, well, like
that makes
anything you're
sense.
in, doesn't it feel like a project instead of like when you're in it, it's hard to wrap your mind around that everyone, like people are watching it.
Is it hard to wrap your mind around like the accolades that people are attributing to you as well? Like is that kind of like did you feel in the moment when you're like filming it, are you kind of like, no, like I'm killing this, like I'm doing like good work and like good shit, and like could you feel that confidence throughout that's then led to people saying you're a breakout star?
Okay, so for me, I've always been like a little bit delusional, whereas I'm my biggest fan. Like there's a lot of people that are like self-deprecating, and I'm like I always thought I was special. When I was really bad, I thought I was special. So like for years I was like, I'm amazing, nobody's getting this. Like I'd be at an open mics and like doing really bad, or like in an improv class doing really horrible and thinking I was good. So which is like, but in an endearing way, I hope. Like I think you
Yeah.
could be like delusional to the point of like you're not grounded in reality. And I think I'm delusional enough to be like on my side and like my biggest supporter, but not delusional where I feel like, oh, followers online matter or like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I have good friends and family. So I think when we were filming it, I was like just so in love with the script and everybody else that I like when we were making it, I thought, oh my God, this is really special because of these people. I'm really happy to get to do this. And like, oh, like we'd laugh after every take. So it was never like, oh my God, am I doing, to be honest, like I was since it was during quarantine, I would like be isolated at home for weeks and weeks, and then go in to shoot and be really nervous to talk to like the very wonderful, sweet people doing my hair and makeup. And then as soon as we were filming, I felt like relaxed, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that
just
makes
was
sense.
nerve-wracking to be around a bunch of people, but then like of course we all fell in love and like it was so much fun. So I guess to answer, I always knew it would be really special because of the other people and the fact that I'm insane. And always like, I'm so funny. I think just because I think you kind of have to be right to make it, you have to be on your side because so many people are not, or
Yeah.
like so many people say no. And like I get so many mean comments, everyone that puts stuff online gets mean stuff. So I think you have to like be your own biggest fan. So
Yeah,
I really was
truly.
so happy with everything. And of course then there's the like, I hope it came out the way it felt.
I think another special part of the show is one thing that you spoke about actually was that you said that one of your favorite things about Hacks is that there are, queer characters and it's just who they are. And it's not the focus on them coming out.
Yeah.
I, love the queerness of Hacks. I love their queer characters and actors and, writers in the writer's room as like well. When did you realize that the show was a gay show? Was it in reading the script? Could you tell from the sides that you got?
Well, I guess during the read through, like the first time hearing the script out loud, just because like I only had before that, Kayla and Jimmy's part. So it was so funny. So I knew the script was gonna be really funny. And then yeah, when we all sat down to read through, but again, like it was just so cool being like, it wasn't everything, like there was just one thing about the characters. It wasn't like, yeah, but it felt so good to see a show like that, or like be a part of something like that, because we're still so starved. I mean, of like queer content. There's so much more now than when I was growing up. But it's again, it's still surprising when you get to see a script that's like, oh yeah, like there's this diverse cast and this diverse like group of people, and like some of them are queer, and that's just part of them. And it's not like, again, I feel like we all need the coming out stories too, and like there's a lot of devastating coming out stories, or like,
No, I think we're done with that. I don't want
yeah,
to see
I'm like,
any
have
more.
we
No.
seen I go, yeah,
I don't care.
totally.
I don't care who you are, like what you're going through. I don't care about your
So
coming out
funny to say
story.
that. Yeah, you don't want to hear that.
You don't want to hear it.
You go, yeah, actually, no. We're done.
Actually, no.
I go, I
this
want to
is
see all. We
yeah.
see
This
so many
this
straight people's stories. I want to see
this
everything.
yeah.
Like,
No.
yeah,
This is a gay podcast, but ultimately, like, cut to
so
the
funny.
chase.
Like,
We want to like cut to the chase. So it's like, let's hear a story about how you first used poppers, and yeah, let's
I
cut
want
to
to
the
see
chase.
you at a gay pool party. Like, I want to
Right.
see, of course, I want the
That's
coming out
the
story. I want the sad stuff. I want the devastating, the holiday movie that came out last year that everybody was like,
What was it?
devastated
Something
over.
season, holiday seasons.
Watched
What?
it a million times
Yeah.
because we don't have like,
Right.
yeah, and there's so many wonderful people in that. But yeah, like I want that, but I also want to see like queer people just have it what's going on in their lives, like,
Yeah.
or like gay relationships without it being like coming home to see the family. Oh, here's my gay girlfriend. Like,
Yeah.
I
No.
want to see those too, but not just like yeah.
I love that aspect of Hacks too. Hannah Einbinder's character,
Oh
just
yeah.
like her relationship with her ex and like all of that was just like so great to see. And
And like
speaking,
bi people, that's why I love Alana in Broad City, like Paul Lucia and Jen write characters like that, where it's like, oh yeah, like this is like a bi woman, but like that's not all, and like, oh, she's dating like in the way that I would date,
yeah, it's great to see, and that must be great to you too, as like a bi person, like just to like see that
What if I was
on
like, I'm
screen
actually
too.
straight?
I,
No, I'm bi.
I
I'm
would
kidding.
edit it out, and like I would just like find a part. I would find a part earlier when you said like bi, and then, or like maybe at the end when you said bi, and then earlier when you said something sexual. I would just like glue it together and then make it so you're like, I'm bisexual.
I'm bisexual. I don't know why that's
Um,
funny. We all love straight people. I have a lot of straight people in my life that I love, but sometimes
I
it's
do
funny
too. Somehow.
doing like a podcast, a cool queer podcast, or like an interview where you're like, no, I'm really straight, or like to be the high gay girl if I was really straight is funny to me.
Well, you are the hot gay girl.
Oh,
In
hi
your
gay girl. The
hi
high,
gay girl. Oh, I'm
yeah.
so sorry. I'm so
But thank
sorry.
you. Thank you for saying
I
I'm
thought you said hot. You are hi gay girl. Maybe I don't know. Hot. Yes. And speaking of
yes,
hot Meg Stalter, you, well, actually not hot. Pretty, because your late night appearance on Jimmy Kimmel when Megan Morris guest hosted was
I love this transition.
so incredible. I'm
Thank you.
transition king. I don't know. No, that stuff sounds bad. You lit Twitter ablaze. You lit press ablaze because everyone was like, Meg Stalter's bringing fun back to late night.
Oh my God,
And
that's so nice.
when you came out in that beautiful gown with the sash that said "prettiest girl in the world," you gave us all this like beautiful moment. But that's not what we're seeing on late night right now. I feel like the last person to do that was like maybe like Kristen Wiig. Sometimes when she goes on like Fallon, she
Oh
dresses like random characters. Like this was
yeah.
such a delight. When
That's
did
so
you
funny.
this was your first late night appearance. So how did you in your mind be like, yep, I'm gonna do this bit with this with I guess bless her heart, Megan Morris, who like maybe like, isn't up on like the cool comedy maybe. When did you realize that you're like, I'm gonna do this bit? That's my question.
Well, okay, so I was like of course I have to do something wild. Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I only want to do something. I guess I just was like, I really want to make a moment. Like it's really exciting to be doing a late night thing. And I've always thought about what, you dream about that when you're a comedian or you think about it. And I just always imagined myself doing something really wild. And I wanted to do something wild that was like safe and like they would be cool with. I mean, my first thought was like, do I bring a bunch of dogs to the show? Like
Oh,
it's a quick interview. I just want to make an impression.
I heard
And
safe, and I was like, you like crossed out on your list like knives, no knives.
Okay,
You're
do I
like
bring a bunch of
dogs.
knives? Do I do knife throwing? They throw
Yeah.
knives at me. I just was like, oh, right away I want to do something wild just to like make an impression and to make it just, I don't know, like I mean, the dream is that you get to do it a bunch and I like throughout your career. And I always want to do something wild. I think like, I don't know, it just seems more fun to do something weird and strange because that's what I like have fun doing. And yeah, I just was, my dress didn't come in time, so I kind of made that one,
Mm-hmm.
cut up a couple different dresses and got a bunch of tulle. And at the craft store, they were like, "What are you making?" And I was like, "Oh, I guess a dress." They were
You
like,
made that?
"Yeah, like I made basically like a tulle skirt." And then
Uh-huh.
cut up two dresses to make the top and like
Got it.
really made the skirt where you could just tie it easy. But I just was so excited to have like a moment like that and wanted to make some sort of strange impression. And it's so funny because she knows my
Yeah, she knows she was like, I'm a fan of your comedy. I've been like watching
I
you.
think if she's listening, I'm so sorry if I made you
She
a little
actually,
nervous.
yeah, she's an avid follower of the
I think I made her a little
podcast.
nervous, but she didn't know what I was going to do and did ask for me to be on the show. So I
Oh wow,
was
that's
trying.
incredible. And then
Yeah,
she
I
was
liked
like,
her.
but
But she
yeah,
seemed a
yeah,
little
yeah.
nervous, but it maybe I mean I could imagine being nervous with a big character
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But just so y'all know that I warned, and the show knew what I was doing, got the
Yeah.
flowers and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So, yeah.
What was it like to see everyone just like celebrating you online, being like, yes, Meg brought it?
Well, it always just feels like I feel really lucky and feel really bonded to the people that follow me online, especially because of quarantine. It felt like we all went through the same thing together, and because we did, and I feel like um, it just feels like they're like family, like rooting you on. I just think
Mm-hmm.
it feels really fun to have like people like that are celebrating with you. It just feels like a bunch of family and friends, really. That's why it kind of is surreal when other like strangers come up talking about hacks because it's like you feel like you're in this bubble like, well, oh, all my family and friends are watching it because it's like our show, but
Right.
people really. And then the Emmys, like it was like, oh, it's I don't think your head can wrap around like the bigness of a TV show or
Mm-hmm.
like once a big dream comes true, you know what I mean?
Well, was another thing I want to talk about, another maybe dream was being in a music video because you were a part of the Simple Times music video, Casey Musgrave's star-crossed film. You were listed as heist driver. Uh, you were so funny,
Thank you.
incredible. Was that fully improvised, or were they like, "Here you go"? Like they're like, "We want you to do this."
They were like so cool and told me like to say it however I wanted and just like, oh, this is the beat. Like we want you to, you're in the car, the girls are
Mm-hmm.
gonna come out, you're gonna say something, acknowledging them, go around, give them the purses. And we just took a bunch of takes and we all laughed every time. Like it was a dream. And it was so cool. Like, and they're so gorgeous, those girls. Like
Mm-hmm.
it just felt really regal.
I have a
And to
serious
be able to improvise.
question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, who was the biggest bitch on set?
Oh, there wasn't a. I go me. I guess
I'm
I was
just
a
kidding.
huge cunt on set. No, it was so nice. I
No.
was like nervous because it was like, whoa, there's like cars and we're at this fabulous mall. Like it
Mm-hmm.
was really like
Wait,
a high school dream.
did Casey's people reach out to you? Was that how it happened, or was it like, did she like DM you? Does Casey DM you?
Yeah, it was. I think the director DM'd me, but was like, "Oh my
Mm-hmm.
god, Casey's a huge fan and wants you in the video. Like, let's find the,
Mm-hmm.
link up and find what works out." And yeah, I didn't know she was following me. Like, I it's just so wild. You just don't know. You can't. my sister will sometimes go through my Instagram and see who's following me, if there's
That's
anyone
great.
she likes, but I
Mhm.
never really do. Like, you only notice if like
Right.
someone's commenting or messaging. So I didn't know she was following. I'm such a good, like, big fan. And so it was like so exciting.
My favorite follower that you have and person who has come into your life is Kathy and Jimmy.
Yes. Oh my God.
Which I know you don't have to like share because I'm sure it's like intimate and beautiful, but like just seeing her interact with you and like her love for you is just so beautiful.
Oh, I love her so much. And the first time we got to meet in person was a New York show, and they brought her backstage, and it felt like out of a movie. Like, we both were like so shocked. Like, we were like hugging and whispering. Like, it felt like out of a movie. She's just unreal. She's an icon. She just is
That's
the funniest, best person ever. And yeah, I really love her. It feels really special. I think we like see a lot of in each other of ourselves, see a lot of ourselves in each other. Like,
uh-huh.
that's what we were saying. But I would love to play her daughter or something. We've always
That'll
talked about
happen. That'll
or a
happen.
girlfriend
Or okay. In the
or
same
something.
movie.
Yeah. Two different movies come out back to back, though. Really gives people
Mm-hmm.
strange feelings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, the character can have an arc. Could be the same show. Stepdaughter,
You really want to
stepdaughter,
see that?
stepdaughter,
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 stepdaughter.
stepdaughter, stepdaughter.
Not weird at all. Not weird
Not
at
weird at
all.
all. Meg, I want to get into the genre of comedy that you created, that you kind of took over, which is not only like online comedy and everything, but like I truly think that you created a new form of comedy, which is Instagram live videos, and just like improvising. Recently, you've like filed for divorce on your Instagram
Oh,
live.
yeah.
You've you've been a flight attendant. You've done like so
Oh,
many
that does
things.
ring a bell.
You and Victor have done a lot of fun Instagram lives. SeaWorld is I think when I was talking.
People love SeaWorld.
See, I remember when I was talking to Victor, I think he said that SeaWorld is his favorite that you've done. When did you realize that like because okay, TikTok, right? It's like short form, everything short form
Yeah.
comedy. When did you realize I can be on live for an hour and I have this group of people who stand me and I'm gonna like do something that no one else is doing and also be good at it?
That is so nice. Well, first, it's weird that now I'm more popular with the flight attendants. I've had people
Mm-hmm.
on the last couple of flights, flight attendants come up to me because they shared the flight attendant video, which is
Uh-huh.
so funny because it's so crazy. But the Instagram lives were definitely me. The first 2 weeks of COVID, like quarantine, like we were all like doing puzzles, making bread. Remember that genre,
Mm-hmm.
that
God,
the
yeah.
era? I was like, I'm so like, I'm in New York alone. I'm devastated about not performing. I'm like terrified of this disease, like this illness, and I need to feel connected. I'm just gonna start doing really elaborate Instagram lives. And I think
Mm-hmm.
the first one like wasn't even planned. It was like, oh my God, it was like me in my room, and like drawing and being like, I'm an artist teacher. I'm like teaching, and it was so much fun and felt like less alone because you're seeing all these comments and people are being so funny, and it
Mm-hmm.
just feels like you're all at the sleepover. And I just kept doing them like every night for a couple weeks, and then it trickled off to, okay, I'll do 2 a week, I'll do this. But it
Mm-hmm.
was definitely me trying to survive and feeling like connected to people, and now we have all these inside jokes, and that's, I think, a big part of why I feel so connected now. The shows, like live shows now, are totally different. You feel so like, I mean, and like my stuff got bigger during this
Mm-hmm.
time, so I have more people coming to the shows, I'd say. But also, it just feels like there's such a bond there, and like they feel like they know me, and I feel like I know them. There's I met Victor through one of the Instagram lives. It was like farm night, like me and my brother decorated my new apartment like it was a farm, like potatoes everywhere, like farm Amish farm life. Like, they got really
Mm-hmm.
specific. And Victor got on talking about his horse, and I was like, who is this person? Like, they're so funny, and I feel like I know them and feel like I've always known them. And we just became really close, and we talk all day every day now. And there's also this group on Twitter of these like a bit younger than us, early 20s, people that are so amazing, and they're all best friends, so they talk all day every day, and they all met through the Instagram live. And a lot of them came out to see me when I went to do a show in New York. And we went out to dinner and ice cream, and it felt so sweet and like, oh my God, we really can connect to each other online. Like there's some sweet things about it. And they're like, they talk all day, every day. This whole group.
That's so special. And
yeah,
yeah, that authentic connection that you have is so cool. And yeah, I mean, there's no way to describe it, but like really special and like really cool, and just speaks to you as a creator too. Just like, it's not, it's about that connection, and that's great.
We're just like trying to, I mean, if it's not about that, then what are we doing?
It's about money. It's about money. It's about
really
money.
Make a bunch of money and a bunch of water slides. Like, I never got that. I understand the privilege of not worrying, or like I was nannying like 50 hours a week and would get my credit card declined. Like, I understand what it's like. And but I've never really cared about getting rich. Like, I just don't know what you do with it. It feels almost embarrassing.
Yeah.
Or like boring or something. But I also isn't there like a certain amount of money to make where people can't be any happier if they made any more?
I think it's like 105,000 or something like that.
See, it's just like, I understand like money changes your life when you don't have it, or like there's an importance of like feeling not worried. But certain people, when they do things to be rich, seems wild. Like, I don't think anyone should be rich.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's put that in the headline.
That's the one. The article is actually going to say, I don't think anyone should be rich, and other things Meg Stalter believes.
Yeah, what are we doing? Here's my question: what are they doing with all the money? I mean, I guess it'd be cool to have a pool.
Yeah, that's truly it. Like, truly a pool.
I do want a pool.
Yeah.
I start naming all the things I want. I go, and a Maserati.
I want a Maserati. I want a pony.
A pony. Well, it'd be cool to have a horse.
I mean, yes.
We actually, in middle school, my mom got married to this man. They're not together now, but we had horses and chickens, and we didn't know how to train them or anything. And really, like, we lived in the suburbs in Ohio. Like, we shouldn't be having these animals. And all the time, the animals would get out and be like in our yard, like loose horses and loose chickens.
Wait, how big was your yard?
Like, it was pretty big, but it was like, horses shouldn't be loose. Like, my mom would be like, oh, the horses got out again. Let's go get the chickens. Yeah.
Oh my God. That's beautiful though. That's beautiful though.
There's something beautiful about having horses and not knowing how to take care of them, for sure. We of course fed them. They had great lives, but we weren't, even though we took care of them with food and water, like, we didn't know how to break them in or ride them or anything.
I think that's applicable to like kids too. Like, it's beautiful to like have them and not know. Not know what to do with them.
Animals and not really know what you're doing. There's something really romantic about that. Having chickens that you're not using their eggs and letting them walk around.
Something pretty about that. As this is a queer podcast, Meg, I would be remiss not to speak about your iconic video, Hi Gay.
Hi Gay. That's what I was talking about earlier, being the hi gay girl.
Yeah. I thought you meant HIGH. I now understand.
I knew
hi
it earlier.
Gay. I was like, hi gay. I understand now. Okay.
Sorry. I should just throw that around.
No. I should have been more understanding. Like, you are hi girl. You are hi gay. I was
imagine if I'm really straight and made that video. It just feels you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, okay, now that whole conversation, the past 35 minutes makes sense now.
Well, I think it was really cute that you thought I said I was the hot gay girl. Well, true,
as the hot gay girl.
I go, well, no. I would never. I know that in my heart, but I would never say that on a podcast unless I was doing a character. But yes,
I just want to know, like, what's it like to be a meme?
If I could pick any phrase in the world, that's what it would have been. I got really lucky. Some people don't some people's stuff blows up over something they don't feel passionate about. And I feel really passionate about saying
I mean, I listen to Trixie Mattel and Katya's podcast, and that's how, like, they say it in every episode. They say
Really?
they talk about you in every episode. It's insane. Not insane because it's
I'm
hilarious.
so obsessed with them and love them so deeply.
Mhm.
It's like them and Dolly Parton are the people in my mind who are like the celebrities. I'm almost nervous to
Mhm.
like, you know what I mean? Like we've messaged before, but and I really want to meet them, but I'm almost nervous because they are my celebrities. You know what I
Stop.
mean? Like
You
it's like you know what I mean?
no.
I have to
You
meet
got
them.
to
I'm
meet
in
them. I mean,
love with them.
you're gonna meet them and be on the pod, and it's gonna be
I mean, I'm
beautiful.
in love with them and I'm nervous because I just love them so much. Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, and I can't wait to witness it. I can't wait to witness it because I'm gonna
We're
be in the room.
yes, we gotta. I just think they're the funniest, best, most beautiful. Yeah.
What did you realize you had some like golden butter on your hands with that video, or were you kind of just like, this is it?
I literally, it is so funny because I was in Ohio and my mom was like coming to pick us up for lunch. I was like in a rush and I saw the wheel and was like already like in my mind joking about, all the organization, all the stores that try to
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
gay it up for pride. And I just really I did the video in like 5 minutes. I like wrote it out, but it's like sometimes I take hours on videos and
Yeah.
get seen. And then it's always that one where it's like it has that like viral energy because it's short and it's sweet and people know right away what it is. It's like, I don't know. I didn't know it would blow up for sure, like at all, but
Yeah.
I was happy with the look of it. Sometimes the look will go a long way.
I
Like
mean, the look of it, the set decoration, also
the
your
set and
braids.
costume,
You look like a hot gay with your braids too. Like you know,
which was just what I was wearing that day.
it was great.
I just thank you, but it really is. Thank you for saying that about the sound, the costume and set design
Hmm. Yeah.
on the video. It all came together so fast. I didn't know that it would be like a big one at all.
So you said that one came together fast and you wrote it down, but some can take longer. Is your process usually like scripting out, or is it both? Is it everything?
I like to like write a little script and then improvise with it. Or like
Hmm.
there's the videos where there's cutaways to like one-liners, then those are
Yeah.
written out. But like when there's a one take of something, yeah, it's usually like I'll write it down and then do something different.
Yeah. I want to bring up the first instance that I saw you was in August 2019 online, which was your self-tape video, which you recently shared recently
Oh,
again on Twitter, where you had an audience read your sides with you, which is your script because your agent wanted you to record a self-tape, but you didn't have time. And
oh yeah.
it's like so fucking funny. And it
You.
just like, I feel like that's just like, do you think that like encapsulates what's it like going to like a live show of yours? Like, it's like that's what people
Yeah,
need to see.
definitely because I love to do like a lot of volunteer stuff. It keeps like I think the show's like so fresh for me because like you never know what kind of person you're going to get to volunteer. And
Hmm.
my favorite part of the shows, the live shows I've been doing, is like watching. So now I'll like bring them up on stage to read, and it's a different script, but I'll be like, oh, I'm doing this play, like I need someone to help read the lines. But to really, my favorite part's like really seeing someone blossom on stage. Like a lot of times, like I'll always want to bring up someone who really wants to be there, but sometimes they're shy, and then they really like
Hmm.
come to life because they're pretty long bits where I like get them to do it different ways, and
Right.
the crowd's like rooting for them. It just feels really special. Like you're
Yeah.
laughing because the script's so bad, but then you're also seeing someone like who's not normally on stage, like kind of get the feeling for a second. And like sometimes
Hmm.
they're really confident and always wanted to do it, and then others are shy, but then they get into it. There's never like they're upset like at the end. They're always like had a fun time, at least I hope.
Yeah. No, it looks like it, and I think foster that environment at your show. So, and I think people come knowing that like all of those things too, because I mean, you
Yeah.
should. I'm sure you're like immensely proud. I'm sure your family is so proud of you because like I mean, you sell out shows so quickly. I mean, like you sold out 6 nights at the Bell House. Like that's like so
Oh.
like are you just like can you like and okay, I know this is like me like I don't know what to say, but it's like that's really cool. That's like,
Oh,
you know what I
that's so
mean?
nice.
Like people, so many people have shows right at the Bell House or like Union Hall or whatever, but like to be the person who is like selling out these shows like instantly and like it just must feel like so great. Like I hope you feel like you're I hope you can reflect and like feel so accomplished and proud and like also, you know,
That's
it's
so
so cool.
nice. That's really nice to say. I did comedy in Chicago for 7 years and was begging people to come to shows, and I had tons of friends like there, like we had a whole life there, and we still were begging people to fill the show. So this is like a dream come true. And then like the selling out the shows in London was huge because I didn't know if anybody watched my stuff there. Like I have a couple friends in London. That's like three. Like I
Hmm.
didn't know. Like so it feels really because again, you feel like you're in this bubble, right? You're like you're seeing the same people pop up and liking. Like I think Instagram shows you the same people,
Right.
the same people you're noticing in the lives. You're not seeing like there's just it's just a number. You really don't know how many people are like followed but aren't watching you or like actual fans or supporters of your stuff. Like so it feels really great because it's like, oh my God, like these people wanted to be there. I've wanted this for 10 years.
Yeah.
Like it's like I think sometimes it's like, oh my God, you blew up so fast, but it was not
Yeah,
fast.
no. I mean, that's what
And
people
but
easily say. It's
yeah,
like
exactly. Yeah.
it's
And it
like
feels like, oh my God, so much has happened so fast, but it was so many years before that. But I've
totally.
always loved it. Like I was having so much fun just moving to Chicago and starting comedy. And I don't even know if I had an Instagram. And I like like
Yeah.
nobody even got my stuff, but I was having a blast. Like I
Yeah.
just really love all the parts of it. Yeah.
Meg, I have a recurring segment called Secure the Brag where I want you to share a project or a video or bit that's your favorite and why you like it so
Oh
much.
my gosh. Oh, I love there's a video that I did with my brother called the like Pigeon Twins, and we were like two tennis players. And
Uh-huh.
that one was so funny or fun because he makes me laugh. So my siblings make me laugh harder than anyone.
You have two siblings?
I have two sisters and a brother,
Two sisters, brother.
and
Great.
they're so funny. They are literally so funny. Like, and my parents are funny. My nephew's funny. Like, cousin, everyone is just so silly, and we just all want to have a really good time.
Yeah.
And that one was so fun. My brother's wife is so funny, and she helped us make it. And it also like captures the time during quarantine where we were all at my mom's house, like, or we were all living in Ohio, me and my siblings. That we'll never probably do that again.
Mm-hmm.
And like we were like, you know what I mean? And it's like,
Oh, I totally get it. Yeah.
yeah, like it's strange because it's like the scariest time, and like, and everyone is traumatizing, but also like a certain people got to be with their families whereas like we're only with them like for vacation or holidays. It's not like months on end where you're all in the same house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
so
that one was
true.
funny to me. He's so funny in it. Yeah.
What's the premise of the video?
It was like we're talking about like being these famous tennis players, and we are like clearly like a little like our relationship's a little strange. Like there's a clip of us wrestling. We're just really bad tennis players, and we're like twins. And it just is
Hmm.
really bizarre, and yet like, oh yeah, it's kind of very Christopher Guest, where we're like
Hmm.
doing a monologue towards the camera, and shots of us being really bad at tennis,
Yeah.
just
I
really physical too, really wrestling. And
I can see that. I know. Yeah, I know you said that like Christopher Guest was your one of your faves. Wait, what's your favorite Christopher Guest film?
I think Best in Show is so
Oh, it's
just
the
like
best. One of the best movies.
it's so nothing compares. Nothing compares to
Hmm.
that movie. It is so funny. The character work in it is so insane. It's all it's all
Yeah.
character. Um, yeah. But Waiting for Guffman is also like ideally exactly my humor. Like
Yeah.
ideally exactly my humor. Just like theater stuff is so funny to me because I'm a theater girl
Yeah.
who never
I
got the parts in my school.
but now you're in them now, and I think that you're going to be the person who's leading the character comedy charge because I think it's time that that comes back.
I think it's a time for a character renaissance. Yes, I
I
do.
agree.
Because there's just yeah there I mean alt comedy in the last like 4 or 5 years has had such a big, I know it's always been around for forever, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
all of a sudden alt comedy is like cool now, like
Yeah.
it is
Hmm.
like, whereas when I feel like I even started not even that long ago where like alt comedy wasn't cool yet. Again, it's almost like it was cool and then it wasn't, and now it's like cool again. So
Yeah.
I think like same with character stuff, like when I was doing characters at open mics, people were like, "Who is this crazy?"
It is so hard to do characters at open mics.
Oh,
People don't know that. It's actually a terrible experience.
it really
Unless it's a character mic, people are just like, what is going on? They're like, I want to hear about, you on a date with
there's
that
something.
crazy girl.
It felt really like I felt really lame. Like if there, it just felt like it wasn't cool. But I was like, but that's what I love to do. Like I'm not.
Mhm.
I was like not. I think I probably tried to tell a couple like sex stories or something, but it didn't feel
Right.
natural for me unless I was like at a storytelling mic or something.
Yeah. Meg, I have a final question for you.
Yeah.
It's who is the funniest person that you follow?
Oh my God, that's really.
And I will say that I ask this of every guest. I'm like 50 episodes in. So many say Meg Stalter. So
No, really?
yes.
You're lying.
No, I'm not.
I would say my brother and sisters. Is that weird?
No, I think that's perfect.
They don't post funny. They don't post like
Mm-hmm.
my sister posts like pictures of her and her nephew, my nephew, and then my other sister posts pictures of nails she does, and then my brother posts art. So they don't really post funny stuff, but they are the funniest people I follow.
Hey, that's good. That works. That works for me. Meg, it's been so nice talking to you. You're such a joy, such a treat.
Who are you?
I want to know, is there anything, you're on the cover of WUSSY Mag. On this timeline, it's like December. What's happening at the top of the year? Does Hack start filming at the top of the year?
Yeah, we start filming in December. I'm sure.
Oh, wow.
That, right? It's not like a big reveal when we're filming.
I don't think so, but if something, if you like, yeah.
I think it's fine because it's not like I'm giving away any secrets. I don't even know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen the scripts yet, but we will. And in December we start filming. So
Cool.
yeah, and you'll be so in December I'll be filming and seeing Santa Claus.
Okay.
Seeing
I know. I really, my like hope is that there's a Kayla Bottle episode.
Too. I don't know what's gonna happen. I hope she gets to have something crazy happen.
You know, you've said in the past that you like want Kayla just to like be with a bunch of models or date a bunch of models or something.
I would love that if she had just a bunch of hot boyfriends. Would be really funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like a bunch of them, not just one. A different boyfriend. Yeah, that'd be.
I can also just see her like what is like a 3-day weekend for Kayla. Like, let's follow that journey. You know?
Can we? Yeah, we should. Let's manifest.
Great. Okay. 1-800 Pat Regan. 1-800 Pat Regan. We're gonna talk to Pat.
Yeah.
Gonna be like, can you influence this in the room?
That's so funny. Oh my God. Yeah, it's so crazy not knowing what happens in the show. Like I haven't seen a single line.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
Is there anything else coming that you in 2022? Crazy to say, but like, is there a big unveiling? Are you like opening a studio or what's happening?
I don't know if there's anything I'm doing that I could say for next year, but definitely some stuff.
Some stuff.
I have by the time this comes out, there will definitely be a yogurt ad on my Instagram.
Oh my God. And everyone has to wait and see which one it is. Everyone has to wait and see which one it is.
Like, can you imagine a big reveal, a yogurt ad, a really hot yogurt ad? I think that's the only thing I'm allowed to say for next year, but working on some things.
Great. Everyone follow Meg, obviously. You already are, but follow her if you're not. Is it Megs Stalter or Meg S. Stalter on Instagram?
Weird. It's 2 S's, so it's Meg S. Stalter.
But S isn't your middle name? It's just double S? Okay, Meg Stalter. And then obviously Meg Stalter on Twitter. Follow Meg on TikTok and everywhere else.
Thank you.
But don't follow her home. Don't follow her home.
Please, God. No. Take me to dinner first.
Yeah. Everyone, thank you so much for listening. Follow the pod at Secure the Gag. Follow me at Nathan K. Pearson, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Secure the Gag is a WUSSY Mag podcast hosted by me, Nathan Pearson. Subscribe, rate, and review us wherever you pod, and follow us on social media at Secure the Gag. Secure the Gag is produced by John Dean, edited by Ryan Andrews, music by DJ Helix, and art by Beardy Glasses. Tune in next week. Bye!